Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 160 and today has been an extremely long day. This morning the new snapshot was released, so I just kicked straight into action and started work on that video. Then I've been working on a Redstone video, and then I decided that today was going to be the day that I did all of the soundproofing in my room. So currently I am sat in front of a big wall of acoustic tiles that look absolutely fantastic, if I do say so myself, and I'm going to be posting the video on that on the filming channel tomorrow, so Saturday if you do want to check it out. But it's been an incredibly long and tiring day. It's been very warm in my room because of course I had all of the studio lights on, and most importantly, my head really hurts at this point in time because I think I was using like carpet adhesive. I was using carpet adhesive to stick the acoustic foam tiles to my wall, and well, I had all the windows closed, and that stuff is pretty strong. So I think I've inhaled probably about 4 cans worth, and my brain isn't functioning so well at this point in time. But anyway, we are on the Hermitcraft server, and we have got some very big plans today, because today we are going to be finishing my base. Now, I'm not just talking about the new base, I'm not just talking about the industrial district, I'm talking about the whole base. Everything needs to be finished in today's Hermitcraft episode. Oh, good grief. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That is so lucky. We are the luckiest people on the planet. Holy moly. Whoa. Can you believe? What are the chances, man, that our zombie decides to not pathfind correctly for the first time ever? Where on earth did that come from? We need to find out that information fast. There's a spot right here that is spawnable. Look, we've got a whole bunch of spawning spots right there, so if we place down a torch, then that should have fixed the issue. So I'm guessing that zombie just spawned in that area. I'm going to do a little bit more walking around. I'm sure there's a few more areas a bit like that. I haven't done the best job at lighting up this place, but that would make sense. That would make sense as to why he has decided to pathfind over to here. But as I say, we are so lucky that all of my villagers just weren't completely destroyed from that. Thank you ever so much to Iskal for the payment of 15 diamonds. Clearly his enchanted bookshop is doing incredibly well. And that's kind of got me thinking, I wonder how well my shops are doing. I haven't looked at those in ages. Project number 1 has been a long time coming, and that is to replace all of the missing slabs that I currently have in my base area. So I'm guessing that's one. We've got a missing one there. All of the ones on the drone, because there are absolutely tons of them. By the looks of things, everything's looking good for this area. So this is the final ring that we have to check. And I have to say, I don't understand what happened to a lot of the slabs that I've got up here. There was a ton on the outer rings, like these ones, that were missing. And I'm starting to think that maybe it could be something to do with lightning, because there is no way that I personally would have removed that slab right there. Why would I do that? Why would I ever remove that slab? So I think occasionally, very rarely, my base gets struck by lightning, and that means that every now and again a slab gets removed from the outside. But as you can see, I've got 28 wooden slabs left, and we started off with a full stack. So that means that we had over half a stack of slabs missing from the drone. And there's still one there. How do I miss these things? Oh, I'm going to have to do another lap around. Now that that's all sorted, I'm quickly going to run around the edge of the industrial district, and I'm going to replace all of the fence posts that are currently missing, which there seems to be a lot of them. Clearly I've got bored of jumping over them, and occasionally I've been taking them out. So this could be a little bit of a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just popping into the shopping district actually to get something from Rendog. And I don't know if I've got a good feeling about this. I do. Yes, we have found ourselves a Hermitron. Now I need to get rid of some of these items, and I would say, I mean, it's a rubbish one, but I have to take it. Which is a shame. That is the issue with these Hermitron type things. But I'll pick up all of the glass and then I'll head over to Rendog's shop because I actually need to buy some more glass. And with the removal of these final few blocks of the beacon pyramid type thing, as far as I can see, the industrial district is now completely clutter-free. There are no chests on top of the glass. We're going to get rid of this crafting bench right here. And I'm also going to remove my bed. Now this is like the main bed. This is the one that I've pretty much used for the entire Hermitcraft season. And that is going to be gone as well because I want this place to be perfect. Which it still isn't. We have got a bunch of sheep to kill. Yeah, I should probably do that now. This is awfully satisfying, I'm not going to lie to you. You know what, while we're at it, we should probably remove some of the rubbish that we actually have up at the top right here. I mean, the drone is filled with rubbish. Yeah, let's get rid of this stuff too. The fact that this whole base is beginning to look clearer and clearer is making me intensely happy. And I guess the next thing that we should probably work on is this horrible piece of terraforming right here. Let's try and sort this out, and I'm going to try my best to take as much inspiration from Mr. Iskall as I possibly can, but you guys know that I've always struggled with this side of Minecraft, so don't expect any miracles. You know what, guys, I've spent a little bit of time on this, and I have to say, that's pretty good. That's gotta be pretty good. I'd give that like maybe a 6 out of 10 at this point in time, but obviously the grass needs to spread and then we can do all of the bone meal. But while we wait for all of that to happen, we actually have to head over into this area right here because we've made a massive mess over there thanks to moving over the sheep. So let's clear up all of that space as well. Just to let you know, this episode of Hermitcraft is going to be super fast paced, so I hope you guys are prepared for that. But I have done all of the clearing up over in the community builds area. Now I'm cleaning up the bottom of the power beam, and then what we're going to do is a little bit of terraforming around this area right here, because I've always felt, okay, pretty much for the whole Hermitcraft season, I have felt like this area right here could definitely do with a little bit of love, because right now, well, it's just like a barren wasteland. So I think I'm going to do some bone mealing. We're going to do some kind of quick and dirty stuff. I'm just going to place in the bone meal and then take out any flowers, and then I'm going to place in a few trees here and there, and hopefully that just improves the appearance of this space a tiny bit. Fingers crossed, this will like make my base look a tiny bit more finished. Stage 1 of the terraforming process has been completed. We now have a ton of grass all around the bottom of the power beam. That looks endlessly better. How good does that look in comparison? Man, this looks like $1 million. This looks just... I should have done this about 110 episodes earlier. Why did I never do this? I suppose I never really messed around with this side of the base. Yeah, and you know what? I'm starting to get my love for terraforming back. I kind of went off it for a little while. But this is fun. Right, let's place in some trees. The only issue with buying all of your wood is the fact that you no longer have saplings at your disposal. I'm gonna pop over to the RV because there's a chance that there's a few in there. I'm not holding out too much hope. Alright, I would say... that could be the final tree. I'd say that it probably one up here. One up here could probably look quite good. If we have enough bone meal for it. Jeez, man. We've almost gone through a full stack there. Oh. Oh, Brill. Well, that's not really what I wanted, but that could be a good... And maybe one here. Alright. I'd say we're all treed out. I would say we have got enough trees so far, so let's pop off the edge and we will take a look at what this place looks like now that we've got our own little forest, and it looks awesome. Seriously cool. I want a tree there. That's my only thing. I would really like a tree on this area right here, so hopefully, yes, we have managed to do it. Okay, that looks fantastic. Now I think, this area here definitely needs some bone meal. Oh gosh, this is going to be endless. After quite a lot of terraforming, I think we have just about done it. Look at this. The whole area is now done. We've got bone meal up at the top there. We've got a bunch of trees. I've added in some extra trees around the outside. Oh, it looks so good. It seriously looks so good. My base. My base, the thing that I've worked on for hundreds upon thousands of hours. Thousands of hours, in fact. It's actually looking really nice. Oh, for goodness, I hate big trees. I've just been trying to do this area over here because obviously terraforming is one of those things. It's never finished. And that tree is just too much. Look at the size of that thing. It's about twice the height of the hill. Alright, we're going to wipe this thing out and I promise you there's not going to be any more terraforming. I'm going to stop myself. Finally, that place is looking amazing. I love it. So now we're going to be moving over into the Gorillas Island, which, funnily enough, the Gorillas actually just released a set of new songs. Their first new songs in a very long time indeed. And they're awesome. They're seriously, I personally really like them. Some people don't, but I personally think they're amazing. But, as many of you have pointed out, my lighthouse, which is actually, yeah, it's meant to be a windmill, but then it turned into a lighthouse. It has no light in it. We have no light in the lighthouse. So I think I'm going to try my best to fix that using redstone. Now, I was going to place in some hoppers here. And I still am. Yeah, definitely. That's going to be easy. Originally, I was going to have like a cycling redstone signal, but with the amount of space that we have down there, don't get me wrong, it would have been possible, but it would have been a bit of a pain in the backside. So instead, we kind of have like an alarm. we have an alarm lighthouse. But you know what? It's worked. It's worked pretty nicely. I'm guessing when you get a certain distance away from things, yeah, it kind of sort of stops flashing. Oh, hang on. Hang on a minute. Have I just discovered something interesting here? When you are flying with the Elytra, we go faster than the speed of light, ladies and gentlemen. We go faster. I think we travel faster than chunk updates. Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? We are traveling faster than the speed of chunk updates, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a time to be alive. Let's head over here. I want to see, do the redstone lamps actually update when we're all the way over here? No. It doesn't look like it. Maybe my little hypothesis maybe wasn't quite as interesting as I first thought it was. Oh, I thought that was really cool as well. Okay, so now what I thought we could do is a really quick AFK session. I'm going to go AFK overnight, and I'm going to try my best to get as many resources as possible from the mob farm, simply because I feel like I need to fill up all of my chests. One way in which we can finish off this base is we can get as many resources as possible, because that's sort of kind of what my base is designed to do. So actually I'm going to pop down to the bottom. I'm going to make sure that the industrial district is turned on, and that is going to cheese off a lot of the hermits that come on tonight. But yeah, I just want to get everything sorted and ready to go. One full night has passed and we are now back on the Hermitcraft server. So let's drop down to the bottom and we should hopefully see, hang on a minute. Are you joking me? I hope that hasn't been there the whole time, because that really will mess with the efficiency of the mob farm. I don't remember seeing that when I looked down earlier. I guess, once again, it must have been struck by lightning, and we don't have any slabs in my inventory, and we have just fallen off the edge. But anyway, okay. The mob sorter still isn't... it's not working properly. But wow. That could potentially be the reason. It definitely feels like that is the reason. Yep, because I'm a total moron, instead of using placeholder items, I just used rotten flesh, and that has flooded the entire item sorter system. So that's the cause of the issue. That's where it's gone wrong. But anyway, we are now going to pop down to the bottom, because clearly we have a whole ton of item drops from there. what about from all of the other farms? Now, it has been ages since I've looked in the industrial district, simply because, I mean, we have like hundreds upon hundreds of chests of items. Okay, pumpkin supplies are looking pretty good. Considering I used a ton of pumpkins the other day, that is back to being full. Fantastic. Melons. Yep. We're filled to the brim with melons. Good. Good, 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 good. Right, carrots. Surely. No? Really? We've got a full set of carrots as well? I used a ton of those. Okay, potatoes. Potatoes, not so hot. Finally, we have something that we haven't filled to the brim. Now, obviously, the fish farm will have a few drops. We've got cactus going up almost to the top. Oh, that is so close. That is really, really close. And then this one, this is wheat. That's never going to get to the top. Chicken, once again, never going to get to the top. And eggs is right the way up to the top. Cool, okay, let's move on. Next up on the to-do list is to actually do some decorating of our little villager breeder that we have over here. Basically, I thought it could do with looking like something out of the industrial district. This is definitely an industrial district build. It's just not really in the industrial district. So I thought we could make it fit in a bit like what we've done with this area over here. This thing is now finished and looking absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, let's fly away from this area here, trying our best not to die in the process. And we're going to grab ourselves a little piece of quartz, because there is one thing that we haven't activated for a very long time indeed. I built it, it was great, it was fantastic, and then it kept dying every single time I went AFK, which, yeah, that wasn't the best thing in the world. But now we're going to revive him. This guy right here, the Mumbo Sequestalot bot, is going to return. If it still works. And how have I still missed a fence post? It's just never ending. It has been a while since I have seen that happy face. Right, let's leave this area behind and head through into the back cave, because there's a handful of different things that I really want to do in here. Now, there isn't too much in this area. This place is still looking pretty cool, but we do have this zone right here. Now, I'm not going to be working on the tunnel simply because it's a missile silo. It doesn't really need a crazy tunnel. I am going to fix up that area, but most importantly, we actually need a missile. Yeah, I'm going to create a missile flying machine that is going to take off in this zone right here. Oh, I've totally forgotten how to make flying machines in Minecraft. Oh, where do I even start? Okay, I think I've created something here. Now, I don't want to test this out because, of course, you know, this is something that I want to stay in my base. It's not my prettiest flying machine, can I also just say, but we have got this piston down at the bottom, which is going to be bud powered. That will then push everything up here, which will push up this area, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's not an issue. That will push that up, which will push up that sticky piston, which will retract all of these blocks, pulling that one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we should be fine. In theory, this missile should be functional. It doesn't look like much of a missile though, does it? Okay, let's leave that behind. There's still so much that we have to finish. I say that, but there's actually not too much. I mean, this could probably do with going. Oh, okay. Let's not mess with him. I don't know if I'm missing anything here. That guy's fixed up. His skull still hasn't exploded, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, I'm taking a look around. Am I gonna say the words that the base is finished? It feels like the base is finished. I mean, I'm gonna close up this door here. Now remember that the code to the door is that. Okay, so that is the code. Good. That's closed up. This is all sort of semi-working. That's all working. Chicken farm. Ladies and gentlemen, I think my base is done. It's all completed. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Hermitcraft. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.